we have opened up our economy so much, which is good for the Chinese and other investors. But we have not regulated, we have not controlled them. And I think that is, those of us who are in policy decision making, we need to look at. Number one, most of the materials that are used by these contractors come from their countries. And therefore, you are not creating opportunities in terms of manufacturing.
Yes.
Number two, even the labor, they import a lot of labor to this country. So you find there is a lot of growth, but the materials that are used are actually coming from outside, so the money is repatriated back. It's not plowed back to the economy. Number two is the labor is also imported, and the capital is also, there's also capital flight, in the sense that capital goes back to the owners of this, who engineer the economic growth. Okay. So we need really to have homegrown economic growth now. And by looking at how do we engineer the manufacturing sector. And without, the problem with Kenya is the moment we start, we can come up with a very good policy, a very good program, manufacturing. There's the big four agenda, manufacturing is one of them. Yes. But instead of improving or increasing manufacturing sector, people will be looking for how to loot using that program.
Thank you.
Yes.
Now, now that the solutions don't seem to be coming soon,
no, they can come soon. Give me presidency.
Eh?
Yes, but I'm not running for president.
Oh, okay.
If you make me president, I would make it work.
So,
yes.
As an expert accountant and mathematician, we formulated a plan.
But you remember, I left accounting kitambo, man. Sisi siku hizi ni politician.
When mujanja sana.
Yes. So what do you want me to do?
So yes. We want to do small mathematics. So there is a person in Kayole making 20,000 shillings per month salary. Weka 20,000 shillings per month.
That is salary.
Yes.
And for an accountant, you have to define it. Basic yes. or gross?
Yes. That is gross.
That is gross.
Yes,
okay,
gross.
Fine.
And unlike the government,
yes,
we will provide you with resources.
Now, is there a rubber here so that when I get it wrong, I can rub?
I think there's a.
Okay, fine.
In fact, there's a pencil here.
There's a pencil.
There's a rubber.
No problem. No, I was told I can count.
20,000 shillings.
No, but don't bring this. This I think I used last in high school.
You don't need.
I've even forgotten. What was the name of this thing? For those?
You see your compass?
No.
Okay. So, but they don't even use it in mathematics. So, wanaandikianga mtu hapo without using.
Yeah, by the way, this kind of mathematics is for engineers.
Yes.
The kind of mathematics for accountants, you only need a calculator. Period.
You
only need a calculator. If not, you need a laptop.
So you don't need our resources?
No. These resources are not appropriate for an accountant.
Okay. Yes. So 20,000 shillings.
And I don't want you to misallocate resources, please.
Yes. Yeah, sawa.
20,000, yes.
Logbook? You need a logbook?
For someone who is earning 20,000?
Okay, sawa. 20,000 Kenya
Those
shillings.
Those are the mistakes that people make in life.
Okay.
You're earning 20,000 and you buy a car, that's a grave mistake.
And that person has a car?
Not in Kenya. That is the mistake number one. In fact, this person will die. This is not someone who can survive.
Okay, sawa.
Yes. And what type of car, by the way?
Type of car?
Yes. Anyway, ni sawa. Car ni car.
What? Okay, sawa.
Yes, so
rent ni 12,000, one bedroom.
Now that's a terrible mistake. But anyway, just go on.
12,000, one bedroom. He has 3 children.
Another mistake. Children.
3 children. And one official wife.
One official?
Yes.
How many an official?
That is classified.
Okay.
One official wife.
Yes.
And this guy, what else? Ni budget gani ingine mtu anakuanga nayo? Shopping.
Shopping
thank
will
you.
Come under this. School fees and all that.
Yes. Transport. He works in industrial area. Thank you very much. You may need this.
Mm-hmm. No, my head.
Your head?
Okay.
Tutaingia kwa mshahara ya mheshimiwa uta.
Yes.
Token, electricity.
Electricity?
Yes.
Not mafuta.
Mafuta. Hapana.
Not mafuta ta.
Let's assume basi yako na gari, but the amount of money he can make ni 20k.
Yes.
Tusaidie huyu jamaa kuishi be comfortable before help comes, before we can get all the solutions za generating money from our own economy,
yes.
Plowing it back to our economy. In the meantime, for the next a few years, maybe before you come, before you come president, he has to survive.
Yes.
Hapa tunasaidiana aje?
So first of all, rent should not take more than 25% of your salary.
More than 25% of your salary.
If you are living in a house that consumes more than 25% of your salary, you are living beyond your means. So this person should not pay more than 5,000 for rent.
Mheshimiwa, that's a set.
Nyumba ya mabati, kama si hivyo, that job is not worth it. Go back home, there is a big piece of land. Uende ulime shamba. But now, on the issue of the children, again, another mistake. I think this guy needs to know that there is family planning, yeah? 3 children to me seems overstretching.
Mheshimiwa, seems like you are arguing with God on that.
No. How many children you have is not just it's not just a decision of God. Imeandikwa, yes.
Tuzaane tujaze dunia.
But he didn't say you uzaene peke yako. Ni sisi zote tuzaene. Yani, how do I put it? We all give birth, not you to fill the world.
Mheshimiwa, you are supporting collective. Mheshimiwa, you are supporting hapa kule.
It should no, I'm saying all of azae mbili, huyu moja, mimi moja, like that, so that we fill the world. Not one person.
Okay.
So the 3 children, but fine.
So 3 children is a mistake. 3 children
already, but it's a mistake. But
he should sell 2.
No, you can't sell your children. Now what he needs to do is to look for schools, public schools for these children.
Okay.
So that he doesn't pay any fees, because he can't anyway.
Okay.
Of course, official wife atafute biashara ya kuuza mboga na mayai to supplement the budget. Si kukaa tu anangoja mwanaume alete.
Okay. Okay.
The husband to bring. Okay. Transport, that one you must meet, but you can also combine it with walking where it is appropriate. So that you take, maybe you spend 50 shillings. Kama ni mbali sana, unaongeza na kutembea.
Okay.
It can also make you strong a bit.
Okay.
Electricity, but we are subsidizing electricity for them.
But
you know
before that?
No, we are subsidizing those who live in Karen, Runda, Mutaiga. You know the kind of electricity we pay.
Okay.
The Karen people subsidize for Kibera.
Okay.
The Madare people get subsidy from Mutaiga, and then Runda gets to subsidize others, think Loresho and the others. So we subsidize for them. Yes. What I think we need to do is maybe to exempt people of some cadre, those who use some amount of electricity from paying electricity bill. Another now expense. You can see this amount, he has to buy clothes.
Yes.
So this person will have to buy clothes. You go from, is the night of Mutumba.
Yes.
Mutumba zile mzuri sana. Then you can get very good ones.
Mheshimiwa, ulisota mwisho lini? Ulisota mwisho lini? When were you last broke?
I get broke many times, my friend.
Wewe.
It depends on what do you term as being broke.
Ukisota sana when you're at your lowest.
No, I can even have no money in my pocket. Except ask me that maybe you may not have money in your pocket and you don't have any demand to spend. But some zingine unasota. Hata sisi.
Okay.
Who says MPs don't? We do.
But kuna NYS backup. But then another expense that.
No, I didn't get that one.
Yes.
And are you trying to suggest that?
No. I'm saying you have a backup.
From,
I'm not saying as I'm wishing.
No, I don't. I don't steal from
That's
NYS.
Good. Another expense you never mentioned: bundles. So are you saying that mtu wa 20,000 atoke Instagram?
You know, I'm not in social media and I'm alive. Have you seen me? Anyone check? And I'm alive. Why do you go for things you can't afford? That is the question. Why do you go for things you can't afford? Kwani am I less of a human being and I'm not on those social media from 2017? So if you can't afford bundles, why do you insist that you want to have bundles? Munasumbua watu unisaidie sijui
Okay,
what
so,
do we call it?
So ujamaa wetu, ujamaa wetu wa 20,000.
This is not someone
20K.
to look for bundles all over them. He needs to meet basic minimum, basic life. Yeah.
Yes.
There are the basic human rights. You know, there are things that you need to survive. You need food, shelter, and what else? Clothing. That is the minimum. Now this new basic requirement of bundles with this generation, poleni sana. But anyway, I understand you, but it is not a necessity.
A necessity.
Yes.
So either jamaa aende kwa nyumba ya 5,000 or
yeah, but I want to agree on a serious note that surviving on 20,000 in Nairobi is not tenable. Sasa, it is frustrating, I must admit.
Yes.
And something needs to be done on basic, unless maybe you are living in someone's house who is taking care of food, because I know we have those who help us in our homes. At least we give them food, we give them accommodation, and maybe other things like soap. If you are to meet all your expenses, earning 20,000 in Nairobi and any major city in this republic or major town is not tenable.
Aya, thank you. To summarize what you've just said, Mheshimiwa, the saddest part about your story, you have told us that surviving on 20,000 shillings is impossible.
It's true,
in
yes.
any city.
Yes.
So majority of the people living in the city earn nothing. So now, on this camera, if you can speak, if you can tell one word of encouragement to that person who earns zero, most of them are represented here. If you can, amuna kitu to say.
No, I know, but you see, some of them are also still under some other people's care.
No.
Maybe. No, and you have nothing. So how do you survive? You know, you have also to be realistic.
This an
you must
episode
tell me, you can say, you know that you have nothing. You have unreliable income. Unreliable. You can't be sure whether you will get it the following day. But it can't be nothing. If it is nothing, you can't be here. How do you survive with nothing in Nairobi?
It's called The Walking Dead. Now, if you in this camera, you can talk to that person. Just one word. As a Mheshimiwa, say you are with your background in finance issues. Ule jamaa ana watch kutoka home and they earn nothing, but akiangalia kwa news anasikia we lose 1.8 billion to ghost workers. 1.8 billion shillings.
Yes.
And before you tell us that and what plans you have in terms of lifestyle audit to maybe curb corruption, but hapa huyo jamaa, what's the best consolation they can get?
First of all, let me talk generally now, like I'm talking to a friend who has approached me. One thing that I would urge is that let us be realistic and face it that there are no job opportunities. I go home almost every weekend and I'm confronted by people who want employment for themselves or their parents asking me to employ them. Then they are asking me to employ. We have nowhere to take them. What we need to do is we need to be open to any venture, whether it is business or what, no, so long as it is not criminal. Let us be open to any venture so that you can do anything to earn a living. But we need to think seriously on the government we have in place and ask ourselves, really, is the government doing what we expect our government to do for us in terms of creating jobs, in terms of making life affordable for us? Because, like, for example, if unga was 20 shillings, for example, you can even survive without a job. If life was cheap, but life is not cheap. When money is voted to make our lives better, like Galana Kulalu, to do irrigation and provide food, it is stolen. When money is voted for dams, it is stolen. When money is voted for health, it is stolen. I will tell you, we have a big problem now with the health budget because of money that is put there just to be stolen. The budget committee and the health committee are on it. Now, those are things that we need to work on. You have asked me what we need to do. I have a bill here which I have drafted. Yes. It's actually a draft bill. I have not even forwarded it to the speaker. I'll forward it on Friday. This bill is about Public Officer Ethics Act. I'm amending the Public Officer Ethics Act 2003, which was amended in 2016. What am I trying to do in a nutshell?
Yes.
Quickly, we have to rein on corruption on the public service. Yes, the Public Officer Ethics Act had provisions there which were asking public officers to declare their wealth.
Yes.
But they were declaring their wealth to commission. Now the commission, we have the Parliamentary Service Commission,
yes.
Public Service Commission, and
yes.
Judicial Service Commission. Now the forms are collected and they are gathering dust.
Yes.
What this bill is trying to do is to ask this declaration to be made. First, we are doing away with all those commissions.
Yes.
We are asking, I'm asking
yes.
that declaration is made to the institution you're working for and to Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission.
Yes, yes,
and
yes.
that information must be made public. And then number two is
yes.
that the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission needs to be investigating regularly and on request what I declare as I have vis-a-vis the reality and the actual what is happening on the ground.
Yes.
This other amendment I know will bring or start political controversy.
Okay.
But there is this thing we call public collections, which you call as harambes.
Yes.
It is a good, noble thing to do. It is African. It has its roots in Africa. It has helped many people even go through education.
Yes.
It has helped build churches. It has helped do so many things.
Yes.
But we must be accountable. Now this bill is asking that if you make a contribution of more than 100,000 shillings, you need to declare, make that declaration to Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission. 14 days from the date you have made that contribution. What this is trying to curb is to make sure that those who are making contribution must answer to what the source of that fund. So you must declare that source. If it is from my salary, if I've contributed money to build a church, I should specify whether I collected that money from friends or that money is from my salary. As a public officer, there is nothing private about your life. In fact, what I'm putting there is
yes.
to limit what we call the privacy law as provided in the Constitution under Article 31. We should limit that right, the right of enjoying, that you are enjoying the right to privacy of yes. your property. Because yes. the moment you have accepted to work for the public, to the people of Kenya, you must behave and be seen to be behaving in a manner that reflects that trust. So if I have 2 houses in Nairobi, I must declare them. The public needs to know how I acquired those 2 houses. So that is in this bill. I know it is going to be fought, but we have to bite the bullet. Because when we talk about lifestyle audit, where is the legal framework to do lifestyle audit? How do you even start asking me where is the legal framework to ask me what I have, how much I bank? You can only do it if there is a legal framework.
And personally, this is a very good idea. I've seen a few clauses
debate,
yes, a few clauses where it touches on the behavior of a public employee to the
yes.
specifics of maybe sexual harassment. Maybe
yes.
we've not had such structures
yes.
before.
Yes.
But when it comes to declaration of wealth and kusema hii pesa umetoa wapi, are you ready for that fight? Because kama watu wamepewa pesa, if the public has eaten the money, mtu anakula na watu wa uko, like if you give handouts, do you think those people are ready to support a bill ya kukazia mtu? Itaimanisha pesa ya harambee itashuka?
You see, first, I'm asking if you make a contribution. I'm not asking you to declare the 1,000 you give people to have lunch or anything. The moment you go and make a contribution of 100,000, that's a significant amount. The amount can be debated. Parliament will still go through it. There will be public debate, and I think we have just started public debate even before it hits the Speaker's office. But what I'm saying is, if you are making contribution for any public good or for any other venture, you must be ready if you are a public officer, because
okay.
you are paid from public coffers. You must be able to declare how you have gotten that money. Okay. Just like if you are, I've put you as a watchman in my home, you can't be my watchman. First of all, the way you have behaved, I can't employ you as my watchman. But assuming you are a watchman,
yes,
guarding my Indiangu,
yes,
and then I see you with so many sacks of maize in your home, I need to ask, where did you get that one? Because I'm seeing my shamba imepunguza kidogo.
Yes.
Imepungua kidogo.
Accountability.
So, can't you ask for accountability from the people you pay?
Okay.
Yes.
Sawa sawa. Mheshimiwa, it's been a very, very insightful conversation. And most people don't know, like this is the first time in public. My biggest take home ni 25% rent. Hapa kwa rent watu wanapiga nduru sana.